following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Tom in Derry, New Hampshire. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Mr. O'Brien, how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
This is like old timers week. I heard Rick from British Columbia. I'm waiting to hear Greg from Long Island.
I like that. Totally, man. Totally.
By the way, your website, unbelievable. Watching that thing change over the years. You guys are doing a bang-up job. You got great guests, and
well, listen.
Keep up the good work, man.
We appreciate you being out there. We never can do it without all you tigers and tigresses, Tom.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Dare to believe. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 112, NASDAQ off 49, S&P's down 19, gold contract flat at $1,133 an ounce. Silver up 8 cents at $14.63 an ounce. Platinum down 8 at $1,009 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.33 a pound. Light sweet crude up $3.32. Man, that's an acceleration. Holy cow. Trading out at 48.55. We'll go through that, baby. That was actually in the negative out here earlier. Bonds, the 10-year down 7 ticks, 126.31. 30-year down 1 point and 2 ticks, 154.06. King dollar down 225 ticks, trading at 95.91. The euro is up 39 at 112, and the yen is down a half a penny at 121.22. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world and the world of the S&Ps? Let's take a look at them. What do you have out here? First, we're going to put up the E-minis, folks, so you can see what this market is shooting for right now. So if we take a look at the E-minis, we put this on a 10-minute basis. What you're going to see is that the reason for a 10-minute basis is that if you are watching Tiger TV, you're going to see with some clarity as to what it's trying to do. The low that was established on Thursday, folks, when we went down fast and came all the way back, wants to get tested. That low out there is 1944. We've hit 1959 thus far. Right now, you're at 1971. What the market has also done out here today is that it came, the range out here today, the low is at 59. Is it 59? No, that's interesting. It says 62. When we were actually open, the low range out here is the 62. 1962. The top of that range out there today is 83. So 21 S&P points. Big numbers. No two ways about it. Okay. So now what do you have? Well, you're building cause to basically get into the low of today. You know, a few minutes ago, we were just down to 64. The number we're talking about is 62.25. What I expect you're going to see out here is that the next hour, the battle's going to be on, is that can it break out these lows, or in fact, is it going to go back to the highs? My take, it's going to break out the lows. Why? Because if we take a look, that's the E-minis. If you take a look at the E-minis, if you go over to the NQs and take a look at the NQs have already busted it. And it's really intriguing. What seems to happen, folks, is this, is that each day or 2 days, it's either the NQs or the E-minis that are taking the lead. The NQs are taking the lead today. The NQs just took apart the 71 area, the 4271. We got down to a 4258. And now what's intriguing about the 4258 is that what the NQs are actually going after is the same setup, and that's 44. No, it's 26. It's 4226, I believe. It's 4236. So bottom line, it wants to get down to that level. It's building costs to get to that level. We'll figure out once it gets down there. You have two separate high-volume swing lows. That's the high-volume swing low. Intraday, Then, of course, you have the October 24th high volume swing low that I suspect is also going to get tested. Gold contract. What do we have out here with gold? Gold not only held well, it rejected lower price, had lighter volume, flat right now. You did 90,000 contracts out here. The 90,000 contracts, the low out here today was 1125. The highs, 34 where we're at right now. You came into the downdraft of the 26th, which had 207,000 contracts. Bottom line, rejected that lower price. Now it sets up, it's going to run up to 1169.80. We go take a look at the silver contract. What you had with silver is this, SIZ. Okay, so silver right now is trading at 1465. Silver has made it back inside its higher range. And that's what it needed, man. You know, when silver got smoked last week, it got smoked good. It went from 1474 to 1395, had the juice behind the move. Bottom line, what you had out here today is it rejected $14.39. You're at 1464. All you had to be above is 1442. So now it's actually cleared that pretty good. It would still need, silver still needs, the difference in gold and silver right now is this. Gold had broken its downtrend. Silver hasn't broken that downtrend. Silver's going to need a wide price spread, accelerated volume in order to get to higher price and hold higher price. Bonds. We go take a look at the bond market. This is what we have with bonds out here. Bonds out here. Let's see. Bonds are trading, the 10-year is trading 126.30. We've done 997,000 contracts. Now, bonds haven't held price today. What you had is this morning. This morning we came in, it's testing its sign of strength from the 19th. Did it with lighter volume. We'll see whether we stay inside the... bonds got to build some cause here because it didn't hold higher price out here today. You can't really make the case that it's in the higher range. The higher range in bonds... We're right, well, and the 10-year, we're right at it. It's 127, or 126.31. 120, there's 32 ticks and a tick, so one more tick, it would be inside it. But guess what? It's not right now. We go take a look at the 30-year. We take a look at the 30-year. We put the 30-year up. What we have with the 30-year is this. 30-year got to a price point today of 157.24. Didn't hold price. And this, the 30 is a tough one because the 30-year you can make the case that it couldn't hold price, and it's like, okay, then the other side of it is now it's banging into the lows with lighter volume. So that's bottom line, a big toss-up. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar is having a tough time with the higher price out here. You've done 34,000 contracts. Bottom line is that you're coming into... no, let me go to the Z contract. So the Z is trading. No, I'm going to stay with the U. DXU5. So she's got 34,900 contracts, and she's having a hard time just even dealing with the 97.10 area. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. We get the Dow off 123. Nasdaq's down 54. S&Ps are off 21. When we take a look at some percentages out here, you have the Dow off 0.7%, S&Ps are off 0.8, and the Nasdaq is down 1.1. Inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness today, this is what you have. You have the weakness is Merck. That's down $1.58. You have Boeing off 276. That's getting tossed. Visa's down $1.40, and Pfizer's down 63. The strength inside the Dow, you have Intel up 30 cents, Caterpillar's up 54, Goldman Sachs up $1.18, and Chevron is up 26. Inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness, this is how it's being laid out. Weakness, Celgene. I got it. Okay, so here we go. This is what it can really hurt the Nasdaq very quickly, too, folks. You get Celgene down $6, 117. Vertex down $5.44, 128. Regeneron down $20, 516. Alexa Pharmaceutical off $6.48 at 172. Now, if we go over to the IBB, this is when things get really wild, folks. You get the IBB. Look at that, it's still only down $11. Bottom line, you're at 342.04. Where we started on the 24th was the 340.23 number. Now, it's going to be wild is that watching how that number, how we come into that number. Because once you start coming into that number, that is a big, 1, 2, 3. Let's go back 6 days, because what I want to see here. What you have to do, folks, with all of these sectors and equities is go back in, same thing. Okay, so check this out. So the IBB, folks, it's saying that it has a low of 284.16. There's no, that wasn't the low, folks, okay? That was the opening price, and bottom line is that nothing stood there for a tenth of a second. You're dealing, actually, with 320, okay, that's 322. You're dealing with approximately 315. That's the number that you want to be looking at. So as you start looking at some of these numbers, as they are coming into play, make sure you wrap your head around that. It's really important to wrap your head around that. If we go over to the Qs and take a look at the Qs, I know what the Qs were because I was right in front of them. They claimed when they were down $14. Well, guess what? You couldn't buy them, and you couldn't, well, you wouldn't want to sell them at that point anyway, but you couldn't buy them at that point. That was a split second. If I bring you back on it, I'm going to show you this. So the Qs, right now, we're at 104.25. Bottom line, the low that you're actually looking at is 97.91. They're showing a print out here of 84.74, but wasn't there. Wasn't there, zero. We go back over to these NQs. It looks to me, what you're going to see is this. We got plenty of time for this to happen, too. The NQs are going to be the first ones to go after that low, that intraday low that it came back on fast and furious. That intraday low on Thursday was that 4226. Yeah, it's 226. So we've hit 4258. It's that's $22 off it. But we get plenty of time because it's only 1521 right now. It is going to go after the first low that was generated out here a few minutes ago, and we'll see whether that got any juice. That low, this is what happens with this low. The low that it's going after right now, the NQs, which is 58, is going to be actually easy to take out. The reason being is that there wasn't a lot of volume at that. We had 6,100 contracts there. So we'll see how that shakes and bakes in the next few minutes. Some of those high volume stocks in this market right now, this is what we have. Let's go take a look at it. You have Freeport McMoran is up 7 cents. You got Facebook down $2. Pfizer's off 60 cents. Netflix is down $3. No big deal. Inside the Dow stocks, this is what we have happening inside the Dow stocks. You have Coca-Cola down 15 cents. Oxy's up $1.15. Johnson & Johnson's down $1.40. You got 3M down $2.05. You got Merck off $1.60. Walmart's down 30. United Technologies is down $1.66. If we go take a look at the Dow Industrials correlation as to where it is, it's pretty good into this bar that was generated out here the 27th. So the high of the vicious downdraft is 459. We are at 505. Now that 459, 16,459 is going to be important. This is why. When you come into a high of a low, and we know we have monster volume there, how we get into it is crucial because it'll give you the information. If it rejects that, guess what? You're going to go right back topside and push the other side. If you get into that bar and we get into that bar with some juice, then it's going to be a heavy scene. You know, the bottom line, my bottom line looking at this market, it's just deviant enough that this baby wants to go after its swing point from the 24th. You know, we won't know until we get down there. Will we have the juice to blow that away? And is this an ABC structure on the way down? When you see how we went higher last week, okay, we come down on volume, we go up on lighter volume. The S&P did a 0.618 retracement, and this is how a 0.618 retracement works too, by the way, for you bulls out here. When you do a 0.618 retracement, that's a very strong retracement. And the retracement I'm talking about is when we went from the 18th of August down into the low of the 24th. So we did a 0.618 retracement. So you can make a case there that, hey, that's a strong retracement. What also happens when you do a 0.618 retracement, most times you're not going to go down and just break that bottom out. If we're going to break the bottom out, the way it gets broken out is this. You pull down, you stop before the bottom, you bounce around a bit, you build some cause, and then blow it through. The level and the cash S&P that you're going to want to watch like a hawk is the 65, is 1965. And the thing that's a mind blower is that we actually hit 1965, 98 today. And it's 1965 flat out that we're looking at. So if we go over to the SPY didn't, I don't think the SPY hit it. Let's see how the SPY hit it. Yeah, the SPY did hit it. The number on the SPY is 197.47, and we hit 197.01. So that's the number you want to keep your eye on, because the further that it pushes into that, the more likelihood is that it's going to have a few problems in paradise. Let's go take a look at United Technologies, because these big equities, folks, they're just getting toasted. Now, United Technologies, so check this out. Oh, we're going to glean something out of this. Okay, so check this out. Let me see. Let me pull. We're down $1.58. Now, this one here, I also want to pull back, and we're going to see where this was trading outside of that first tick. Okay, so this is a little bit different. See, it's the ETF structures that you can't trust on that downdraft, folks, on the 24th. So this traded at 87.17. It looks pretty good, actually, at 87. Well, let's put it this way. If it's not 87, yeah, it's 87.87. There's plenty of volume at 87.87. And right now we're at 91.70. But okay, let me go to 3M. So this is how you want to trade this out and play this out. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be looking at these large caps to see how the large caps came into the lows of August 24th. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow Industrials are down $1.27. Nasdaq's off 56. S&Ps are down 22. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. The world of the markets, folks. We have the Dow down $130, Nasdaq down 57, S&Ps are off 22. Let's go to Mike in Toronto. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
Sure, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
I exited from Crescent Point Energy today, and I was looking to purchase it on a pullback here. Could you give me some entry levels?
So let's take a look at it. You got CPG, Crescent Point Energy. They do business in Western Canada. The low is $8.53. The high is 41.
Oh, could you look on the Toronto, on the charts for Toronto?
Sure. What's the code there? Do you know?
Same one, CPG.
Okay, sure. CPG. So I just put the C in. Okay, so when we take a look at it, it's trading at $16.55 up there, up $1.22. And, well,
Very impressive.
well, it is, except that, I agree with you on like a 3-day basis, okay? But the stock has just gone from $48 down to 11, right?
Okay, right, yeah, 1141.
Yeah. So, yes, I see why. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you got out of this at the right time. Interesting, man. Okay, so.
There's a gap at 1339.
Yeah.
And you talk about testing the high of the low bar.
Right, and that's what it did. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the pullback, what are we looking at? On the daily, you would look at the high of the low bar on the daily candle.
Yeah, which is 1311.
1311.
Now watch. This is pretty cool because you got two different things here that you can kind of look at as it's coming back into it, right? So what happened here, folks, is this: it goes up last Thursday on 9.4 million, then Friday does 8.8, today 7.3, right? Now the high of the low that we're talking about has 8.7 million. Okay. 8.7. That's the high of that low on the 24th. When we had strength, we did 9.4. So what I do is this, to make it the hardest, meaning in that your probability we go up that you're right, is you don't use the 9.4 million. You're going to be using the 8.7. You want to see it come into that area with less than 8.7. And two different things end up happening if that's what you get. Because you could use the 9.4, this is where there's always a toss-up, because that's your strength, okay? But if you use the lighter number, then it's going to be harder for that equity to do it. But if it comes into it, it rejects it, then you got action. You can put your stop under that 1131. And, you basically, you're going for that 1753 to 1850. That's where it looks like it wants to do. You see that area?
Yeah.
That's what it looks
big
like.
Supply line.
Yeah, that's what it looks like it wants to do.
Okay, and how about the one over in July, early July? There's a big volume bar up there.
That's correct. The next one, that would be.
That's right. Scroll over. Yeah.
That would be the next one. That's right. And then the one after that, if this thing gets going, would be up that 2792.
What a coincidence! And there's a gap there.
Yeah, no, those are your three deals. And if they're building cars, if they build the cars, they pull back with lighter volume.
Okay.
They expand again with volume, then really start looking. What will also happen is this. Watch this. What will happen is that as they come up to the next level, what you very well could get, well, you could actually make the case right now. You can make the case that it did break the trend from $25, which is cool.
Okay.
Because what you try to do, folks, is when you're putting this case together, you say, okay, where's the longer term, where's the shorter term, and what are you looking for, so that as you're setting up that trade, you know what your risk and reward parameters are. And in this one, it's a good reward versus the risk.
Okay. So on the pullback, you look for the high of the low bar on the daily.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 1311.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at those S&Ps. They just goosed the S&Ps. We got you're down 17 now. Let's see what they got into them. So we just went from the 64 area. We're at 72 right now. Put that on a 1. Okay, so we just did. Let me see what we got here. She's got some good juice here. This will be interesting watching how this can shake out. So we've just done 32,000 contracts. It's on the 10-minute bar, but we're only 7 minutes into it. And so now this correlation, this is where this gets cool. So watch how this works, folks. Okay, so now what you've done is this. You haven't taken out a swing point yet, but now you have volume that's building up, and bottom line, it has 5 minutes to take this out. And if it doesn't take it out, all that's done is weaken the whole structure dramatically. Why? Because you know what it's like? It's like a racer that is like going so fast before the end of the race, but it started too early before the end of that race. That's kind of how it shakes out. Maybe like American Pharoah. That was quite a race if you saw that race. Bottom line is that the horse accelerated at Saratoga Springs, got ahead of it. It was just a little bit too early as it got ahead of it, and then bingo, just couldn't handle it. Let's go to Charlie in Framingham. Hey, Charlie, what's happening, brother?
Hey, Tom.
How you been, man?
I'm good.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
good.
I'm great. Yeah, the weather's getting a little cooler. It's hot up here, but it's going to be cool soon.
That's gonna be cool. It's gonna be snowing pretty soon. You're gonna have like 15 feet of snow pretty soon. Never mind cold.
Well, at least we've got water up here.
Yeah,
Not like California.
that's a fact.
Yeah. Okay, but listen, I'm in BIS, which is the short of the biotech.
Yes.
And I'm right now I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So I bought it. I'm getting about a point gain, and I'm trying to figure out if it's going to get up to that 35, 36 level.
Yeah, I mean this is a big move today. I mean you're up $1.80. Yeah, let's go through it for the folks. The BIS, folks, is the Pro Shares 200% inverse correlation of the NASDAQ Biotech Index. If we go over to the IBB, now the IBB today, if we bring up the NDX 100, what you're going to see, it's all about the IBB. And when the IBB falls apart, folks, okay, the NASDAQ falls apart in an extraordinary way. The leaders on the NASDAQ on the way down today is that you get Celgene down 580, Vertex Pharmaceuticals off 590, and Regeneron is the animal. That's down $20. And let's go this Regeneron. So watch. When we take a look at Regeneron, this is a trip. Now, this is what you want to be doing if you really want to see how these things want to test the 24th, which, of course, was the disaster day out here. And with Regeneron, you're at... Okay, so 496 is the number on Regeneron. And, of course, all it would have to do is be down another $20 tomorrow. It's at 496. So that setup is saying, okay, Regeneron wants to more than likely test first. The IBB is down $11. The IBB is trading at 342.22. It looks to me, Charlie, that this IBB will be into the bar of the downdraft tomorrow morning, man. I'd stay right there, man, because as we go up to the BIS, you know, the BIS, folks, very well could be a very large ABC structure on the way up. You know, it has that high volume swing at 38.49. So you get action, man.
It broke through the 9-day moving average, the 3x3. So that was a good thing today so far.
There
Thank
she
you,
is.
Tom.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. You get the Dow down 94, NASDAQ off 48, S&Ps are down 18. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
So this is, this oil rally is quite a trip, folks. And oil capped the biggest three-day rally in 25 years after OPEC said it's ready to talk to other global producers to achieve fair prices, and the U.S. government reduced its crude output estimates. Crude oil in New York surged 27% in 3 days, the most since August 1990 when Iraq invaded Kuwait. The contract has climbed more than 20% from its closing low on August 24th. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Companies, responsible for about 40% of the world's supply, said in a monthly publication it's willing to talk, but it has to be on a level playing field. It's like, okay, so what are they going to talk about? Fixing prices? The bottom line is that fixing prices is supposed to be illegal in the United States, folks. Let's go to Glenn in Long Island. Hey, Glenn, what's going on?
Not much, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding, man.
Good. I wanted to see what you're saying about the tick on the 24th. I was short Johnson & Johnson, and I jumped out because I didn't know what to make of it. How low does that actually trade? Can you tell that?
Yep. I'll go back into that. It trades really well. It's just that what happened on that 24th, okay, is that those opening prices weren't real. That's the real bottom line, is that, yeah, there might have been something down there, but what that would have been, it wouldn't have been you covering or me covering. It would be them, the specialists, blowing people out at the lows. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
This is interesting, though, but this one here is interesting because it does have volume there, man. So now the difference here of the ETF structures, it actually looks like there would be too many orders down there. So this is what would have happened there, is that because there was no bids below the market, folks, okay, it's real possible that on Johnson & Johnson you'd sell stops at 90, 86, 87, 88, and as each one of those got hit, there wasn't enough stock there because the market makers weren't bidding, the specialists weren't bidding. As it hits it goes to the next one, goes to the next one, goes to the next one. It's showing 3.8 million on that number, so that's a real number. That's how you got to read that.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I actually had put options on it, only I didn't get out until 10 o'clock.
Well, now check this out. I'm glad you said that, because I suspect that you wouldn't have been able to get out of them. This is what happens in the option market. Now, check this out. This is important to understand, folks. The option market makers do not have to open at 9:30. Do not. It's not. It's not an equity market. It's in their rules. They do not have to open. Okay. They can open with an orderly book. So what I've seen is that when something's down and that's skewed, right, they will not open for another like 20 minutes. They'll try to. They're gonna try to get delta neutral, and they're gonna try to balance their book. What they're gonna try to do is let's say that you were trying to get out and you're gonna make a fortune, right? What they're gonna try to do is get it up, get the stock up slightly. It doesn't have to get up a lot, but to get it up enough so there's other people on the other side of it that are saying, I'll buy, I will take that risk. Now, as you're selling it, they're taking that risk, not the option market maker. So, I don't feel bad because you didn't get out at 9:30. You know, because the bottom line is I suspect it wasn't even there. Do you know what I mean? So.
Actually, I did all right because I flipped into calls on J.C. Penney. If you have time to look at that.
JCP,
I wonder
right?
to get out there.
JCP. So let's go take a look at J.C. Penney. That's trading at 918. And that stock has just gone from 7. I'd sell it right now, man.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. Thanks a lot.
That's a great score, man.
Yeah. Wouldn't believe it.
Have a great one, man. That stock, folks, this is how crazy. You talk about, percentage moves. Even if I don't use the low that was established there, if I lose at least the opening price, went from $7.55 and it's trading at $9.18 right now in 5 trading days. That's a monster, because I suspect what he has, whatever call option he has, they were pennies on the dollar, and now, of course, they're dimes on the dollar. As we come into the close out here, they're goosing the baby, no doubt. So you got the S&Ps. Let's go take a look at them. The S&Ps right now are ESU5. The cool thing here, this is, okay. So S&Ps are down 14 right now. You're at 1974. You're coming into this 76 area, and you're still coming in with some juice, man. So we'll see what they can get done here. Thus far, let me go over the NQs and take a look at the NQs. See, the cool thing about this, for Bear, folks, is that when I see how this shakes out, and the characteristics inside the NASDAQ is leading on the way down, this is like a beautiful, you can actually find out more about the market on a move like this than you can on the actual move, meaning if you go down or up. And specifically what I mean is that when they're trying to basically print numbers, and that's their job, meaning that's, bulls and bears all have different jobs. I'm talking about large operators now, not you and me, large operators do. And they're printing some pretty good numbers on the S&P. They can't do it, though, on the NASDAQ. And the reason they can't do it is we're going to go right back over to the IBB. When this IBB starts falling apart, man, it's a disaster, okay? It just is like, it bears on this NASDAQ so dramatically, it just takes it apart. And the way the IBB is trading right now, they can't get it going. What they can do is trying to get the S&P going. We'll see where this shakes out at the end of the day, but my take is because of the IBB is screwing up their whole structure. That's kind of how this just shakes out. If we go to Regeneron, REGN, when you get an equity that is off $20, see and this is now it's down $21, and it has an expansion of volume on Monday in a Labor Day week. Bottom line is that this thing's going into lower price. The Regeneron may very well be one of the first ones that goes after the swing low that was generated on the 24th. And what's so cool about that is that as the equities go after either the highs of the lows or the actual lows, that will give us quite a bit of information about how the rest of the market is going to go after those levels. We had been talking quite a while about the October 2014 level, wanted to get tested. Not only got tested, got taken apart with volume. If we pull up the monthly, this is the end of the month, and we take a look at how we hit it, this is how we hit it. The S&Ps have done 3.6 billion. You're going into 3.9 billion. So that's interesting. Well, it's actually lighter volume. It's 3.6 versus 3.9. I think today's 30 days, it may in November. Yeah, today's the last day. So that actually hit it with lighter volume. It's still heavy volume, but that is lighter volume than that high volume swing point. Let me go look at the Qs. We take a look at the 3 Qs. 3 Qs were at 104.63. We put this baby up 1.2, and we're at 1 billion right now. So both those indices actually did hit it with lighter volume. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials down 78. NASDAQ off 42. S&Ps are down 16. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 75, Nasdaq's off 41, S&P's are down 15.5. If we go take a look at overseas, this is what you had happening overseas last night. You had the Shanghai, let's see, that was down 0.8%. Hang Seng was up 0.2. You had the Nikkei off 1.2%, and Taiwan was down 0.8%. And Europe this morning, what you had is you had the FTSE up 0.9%. The let's see, 820. No, the FTSE was closed evidently. 828. Yeah, that wasn't open. You had the CAT down 0.4%. The DAX was down 0.3%. And right now, our own markets, you have the Dow off 0.4, the S&P is down 0.8, and the Nasdaq is catching up. That's only down 0.8% right now. Some of the Dow stocks, what we have. You have Marvell is off 8. Boeing. Let's go take a look at Boeing. Boeing's getting chewed up here. Boeing is down 2.26 at $1.30, and she's into. So this is going to be cool watching how Boeing shakes out. Boeing is into the 24th. How we traded on the 24th. So let's bring this up. Ooh, this is intense. Okay. This is going to say quite a bit. So the low that I suspect with Boeing on the 24th was 124.50. You're $6 away from that, but that's going to be a number that you want to keep your head wrapped around in a big way, because you get into that number. If we get into that number with any type of juice at all, any type of volume at all, that is going to be a big heads up that we're going to be going after that level. Win is oh, I see. Win's already into it. Okay, we're gonna know right now. Win Resorts. It's down $3.17. You're trading 75.04. This is already here. This is into man. Win's gonna end up breaking this. Watch this. Oh baby. And she has juice, by the way. Let's go down 7 days. Okay, so Win's going to be the first one. Win's going to be the first one that I've pulled up thus far. This is what you have. On the 24th, we were at 72.75. Right now, you're at 74.96. Then what it did, it actually got lower than that on the 26th. Got to 71.77. But what's happening with Win right now, someone just unloaded right as we're talking, man. This is a small ABC down. It's taken out the 75.28. And watch this. If you're watching Tiger TV, I'll show you something. But I will also explain it to you when you're in your car. Thus far, where did they just unload? Hey, there it is right there. 1 second. Let me just get this thing. I think it's 15, there it is right there. So 15.56, is that where we're at right now? Yeah, we are, 15.56. Someone just unloaded 6,600 shares, and they're pushing that in 15.54, there it is. 15.54, 4,600, 15.56, 6,600, 15.46, 3,300, 15.46, 3,000, 15.40. Someone's unloading this thing big time, and they're unloading it, folks, right at the wrong time, meaning it's passing a swing point and it's passing with volume. And this 10-minute bar right now, we've already done 227,000 shares. That's more than 10% of what we did today. So Win is actually going to be one of the first ones that you're going to see go after the lows that were established on the 24th. Now in Win's case, not only the 24th, going after the 26th. So, you know, as you're going through charts, you're going to want to basically see how do these equities hit those levels. You hit those levels with volume, you break them with volume. What does it set up? Guess what? It sets up lower prices. It very well could set up an ABC structure on the way down. See ya. Don't want to be ya. But I want all of you to tune in right now as soon as we come back. Dow down 102, NASDAQ off 49, S&P's down 18. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. We're going to be kicking into the Labor Day weekend next weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Be faithful to that which exists nowhere but in yourself. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials closed down 114. NASDAQ off 51. S&P's down 24. Gold contract up 80 cents, trading at $1,134 an ounce. Silver up 6 cents at $14.61 an ounce. Platinum down 8 at $10.10 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.33 a pound. Light sweet crude, check this out, folks, up $3.29 at $48.51 a barrel. That's the biggest three-day move since 1990, the Kuwait War, meaning topside. What that's all about is that the Saudis want to sit down with producers and talk. Bonds, 10-year down 6 ticks, 127 even. 30-year off a full point and 1 tick, 154.06. That bond market's going to get really intriguing. And the reason being, folks, is that the 10 and the 30 got higher today. Juice wasn't bad, but didn't hold price. And it's like, oh, man, okay. So you're pushing into the highs and you're not holding price. Or are you pushing into the swing lows? Because we're right in the middle there. That's what's going on. So we're going to know tomorrow. King dollar. King dollar couldn't handle a higher price out here. That was down $1.85, 95.95. The euro is up 31 at 112, and the yen was off half a penny, 48 at 121.23. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, let's go take a look at the world of the S&Ps. What do you have? Okay, so if we put up the SPY first, what you're going to see is this. Is that put this on the daily. On the 10-minute, folks, the SPY is kicking into here. Well, I'm going to put the E-minis first. The reason being is that what the market is doing right now is this. Last Thursday, we came down fast and furious. And then just as quick, in fact, I was on the air when this happened, okay? Just as quick, we go back topside. The structure there has a high volume swing low. So bottom line is that we have a high volume swing low that was generated on Thursday before the market come back. What had happened on Thursday, folks, was this, is that the market got down to an S&P price point of 1944.25. 1944. It took a half hour to come down to 1945, and then it took another half hour to go back up to 1989. Okay, that's an amazing move, right? Okay, so what do we do out here today? Well, right at the get-go this morning, it basically was trying to get into that level. Okay, so first leg down. First leg down, took it down to 1967. It bounces all the way back up and gets to 1979. It comes back down. Bottom line, expect you're going to see that not only go after it, in the next couple of days, I suspect the NASDAQ is going to probably go after it tomorrow. Because the NQs, well, first off, so we're going after that. If you get volume, then more likely we're going to go right after that August 31st low. When we take a look at the NQs, what you have is this. The NQs out here today were the weakest out here. And that had to do with the IBB. The IBB was getting taken apart. The NQ's down $67 out here today. The number that we're talking about that wants to get tested, we got to 42.58. It's 42.44. 44.26 rather. So that's going to be easy for the NQs to get into tomorrow. If they get into it and they get into a juice, guess what? Game is on for the lower swing point out here. Gold contract, just the opposite. Bottom line, what gold did out here is this. Gold rejected lower price. We got down to the 1125 area. We're trading at 1134. We did 92,000 contracts. That 92,000 contracts, let me put this on a daily for you so you can see how this baby is set up. Come on. There she is. That baby, there she is. Okay, so we came into 207,000 contracts. We traded 92. Rejected lower price, had lighter volume, making its move now to 1169.80 area. Silver. What do we do at silver? And silver does need another sign of strength, folks, okay? What silver did, though, is that silver got in its higher trading range. We're at 1462. Silver had got absolutely toasted and roasted last Wednesday. That's when silver went down $0.50. It actually, went down, it went down 80 cents. So silver's back inside 1442. You're at 1461. What that says is, bottom line, if you like the silver market, what you're looking for right now is a wide price spread, accelerated volume inside the silver market. Bonds, this is going to be wild watching this whole bond thing shake out. The reason being is that So what bonds did out here today is this. We got to the 10-year, actually we're on the Z right now, 1 second. We get the roll happened out here today, the full roll. So the bonds didn't hold price. We're at 126.31. We did 1 million contracts, which isn't bad, okay, but not holding price. The 10-year has to hold 126.16. We're hitting 126.24 today. You know, we'll see how it's going to handle that price point. The 30-year, if we go take a look at the 30-year, the way the 30-year is traded, it's actually pushed into its swing low from last week with lighter volume. Now, this is tricky, but this is what it did. Now, I need the Z here, USZ 5. We just went from September to the December contract. So we did 241,000 contracts today. The low that was established on the 26th had 234,000. So you can see what's happening. You're pushing into that low with actually higher volume. Now, the next day, which was we were at 154 low, we did 275,000. Bottom line is that that's still too much, 244 to 275. Tomorrow, I expect you're going to push into the swing low. We'll see whether they can take it out with volume or, in fact, you see it reject lower price. My take is that money's going to go fly right back into the bond market, specifically because the NQs, the E-minis, are all going after lower price, and they're consistently going after lower price, and bonds have consistently going after higher price. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. So come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom Swim takes your phone calls. Now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials closed down $1.14, Nasdaq off 51, S&P's down 22, and we take a look at some of the percentages. This is what you're laying out with. You got the Dow down 0.6, the Nasdaq is off 1%, and the S&P's are down 0.8%. Some of the Dow stocks out here. This is what you have happening inside the Dow stocks. You had American Express up 7. Boeing was getting hit pretty good. That's down 256. You had Coke off 13. DuPont was down 32. Big Blue was flat. You had Big Mac down 123. 3M was off 207. Merck was down 152. The strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrials. Bringing it down, the leaders on the way down were Merck, which was down 152. Boeing was off 256. United Technologies 163. And Visa. Bringing it topside, you had Chevron. Chevron was up 56 cents. Caterpillar was up 49. Goldman Sachs was up 85, and Intel was up 12. Inside the NDX 100, which the Nasdaq was the weakest out here, and what you have is that it was the the biotechs in general, and then Wynn Resorts. Vertex Pharmaceutical was off 650. Celgene was down 597. Regeneron was off 23 bucks. That was followed up by Wynn Resorts. So if you had been listening just from the 3 to 4 hour, someone has taken apart Wynn Resorts in a huge way. If we pull this up, Wynn very well may be the first equity that I've seen thus far that is going to go after the swing low that was established on the 24th. So if we take a look at this on a daily basis, what you're going to see with Wynn is that the low that was established out here on the 24th was $72.25. Right now we're at $75.05. And bottom line is you're into both those bars. That's going to go after it tomorrow. And that's going to be a big heads up, because if Wynn can take that baby out after, getting toasted and roasted for all of a couple years now. Wynn's gone from a price point, folks, of, watch this. This is pretty intense, man. We put this on a weekly basis. And it's almost hard to believe that a trend can stay this long. March of 2014, Wynn was at $247. And you really didn't have any large counter-trend bounces. What you had market movement sideways, which was building cause for lower prices. And it has continued to do that and just step down to lower prices. Now, when I put this on a monthly for you, what you're going to see is that when we talk about price, when we talk about volume, I want to show you how this sets up. So when Wynn had broken out of the 128 area, which was the high of 2007, it broke out. So watch this. The high swing point had volume of 60 million shares. When Wynn broke out in September of 2013, it broke out on 20 million. So 20 million versus 60 million. Now, watch what it did. It goes from 156 all the way up to 247. So you can make the case, hey, guess what? It broke out, didn't have the volume, but, bottom line, you have higher price, which you did. Goes sideways, no volume. Well, watch what it did. Makes the high with 30 million. Comes off the high, first with 44 million, then with 50 million. You can make the case there that's high volume. Now, when you do that, if you have my book, The Art of Time in the Trade, you know that what they love to do is go back to the last time with volume. So as this one's sticking out like a sore thumb. Well, the last place with volume was 124. So the stock's traded at 250. 124 is last time with volume. Bottom line, what does it do? It basically slices it and dices it. What does that set up? The next level sets up September of 09, which is $57.34. That's where that baby wants to go. Let's go over and take a look at Las Vegas Sands, because LVS. Both of them have very large structures inside of Macau, China. Between Macau, China, I suspect that is a big number. Now, the difference with Las Vegas Sands is that never got back to its 2007 highs. That's Las Vegas Sands had gone from 139. This went down to $1.29. Does the counter trend bounce up to 88? Right now, you're at 46, and 46 is a problem for it. This is why. Is this an ABC down? Let's see. We did 112 million. No, it's not an ABC down, but what you have is that, so Las Vegas Sands is not as bad. Las Vegas Sands, we're at 46.23. Game here is on like 41.43. You break that, then you got big problems. You break that, and that thing can go not only lower, but dramatically lower. We go take a look at Boeing. Boeing out here is also having some problems. Boeing also, if we take a look at Boeing, we'll put this, what you can do now, which is pretty cool, we can put them all on the monthly basis. Boeing, came off its high of 156. You're at $1.30, and she's going after 109. It's not the end of the world either. She'll have some strength at 109. 152 million shares were traded there. We did 92 on the way down. Walmart's in trouble. Walmart was definitely one of the equities that gave us a heads up when that broke the $70.25 area. Walmart came down with juice, all of the above. Walmart's an ABC down. So you're 8 point on Walmart, and this is a monthly ABC down, folks. A point is 90.97. Your B is 70, so it's $20. Your C is 74, which gives you 54. Right now we're at 64. And 54 makes sense because at 47, we have a high volume swing low. That high volume swing low is the low of October of 2008. It's hard to believe that we're at 2015 right now, coming on to 2016, and we're dealing with swing points from 2008. What has also happened is this. I had been talking about the October 2014 level getting tested for quite 3 or 4 months. Bottom line, we got that tested with real volume. The next level that you want to start watching is August of 2011. Because at August of 2011, that little baby, that looks like the next area that is wide open for a test. So as we start taking this baby apart, looking at it, okay, where can this go? Just keep that in mind. Let's go over and take a look at that oil market. The oil market just absolutely, this is about as wild as you get. We did 713,000 contracts out here today. Bottom line is that has the wide price spread, accelerated volume. This wants to go to 51.27. And then we got a few calls last week about the USO. And guess what? The USO is nailing it as to where it wanted to go. And there it is right there. It's the same number. And what it is this, folks. When things either go down or go up, nothing is down forever, nothing goes up forever. You can see in the USO, the last time we had any selling, real selling, okay, expanded selling with volume was 1695. 1695 correlates to July 7th. You take that correlation, and when folks are calling, that's exactly what we were looking at. Take that correlation, and you go over to the oil market. What you're going to see is that that correlation is 51.27. Right now, you're at 48.33. 5 days ago, we were at 37.75. Dow Industrials closed down 114. You get the NASDAQ closed down 51. S&P's closed down to 20. You stay right there, folks. We're coming back with our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade. Think or Swim. We're going to be right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank bank is a member, FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pezzavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish down 114, NASDAQ off 51, S&P's off 26. And as we do each and every Monday at 30 past the second hour, we have our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks. Kevin, folks, does the best option show on the planet. It's right here at TFNN every Tuesday, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. You can get this right on your cell phone, folks, tfnn.mobi. Just the audio. If you want to get the audio with all the charts, go to tfnn.com. On the right-hand side, you see a little banner. Just hit it. Our servers will understand what type of device you're on. You'll get the charts, the video, the audio, all delivered simultaneously. Now, if you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner on the very top of the other side. Hit the banner. You can bring it up. They'll let you trade with paper money. I use it each and every trading day, whether I'm trading options, futures, commodities, or equities. And I can tell you, bottom line, folks, okay, last week when you're talking about fast and furious, bottom line, I was trading futures all week, lots of orders, zero problems. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, how's everything, buddy?
It's going great, man. I'm sure you had a heck of a week.
It's been a little crazy.
It's been a little crazy. Listen,
yeah.
but I want to talk about something first, though, okay? About the execution platform, because it was interesting. Last week, I know you were so busy, we had someone else on, okay? And I was saying, you know, it was really interesting. I was saying, hey, listen, man, this platform was stable beyond belief. And I was trading futures, and I did a lot of trades. I did, each one of those days, I did probably, I don't know, 15 to 17 trades with about 35 to 45 fills, okay?
Nice.
And this is inside, and bottom line, folks, and they know I have a Bloomberg, I have eSignal, I have, you know, but the bottom line, I use you as a broker-dealer, and I know what the differences are. So I got an email from someone that said, hey, Tom, no, I had trouble inside the option market. And I was trying to explain to them that the way the market had opened, okay, it's different. You and I are in front of it all the time, and I know what the differences are in fast market. Like, they claim that the Qs traded at 84. Well, the Qs didn't trade at 84. Do you know what I mean? So I was trying to explain that, hey, listen, hold it. The equity market opens, but that doesn't mean that simultaneously at 9:30 the Qs are going to open and that you're going to get that price, because as far as I saw, that didn't even trade at that price. And that happened with the Qs, with the diamonds. It happened inside the ETF structure quite a bit. So I was just trying to explain the option market versus the equity market or the futures market. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and it's, when you get into a market like Monday morning was, right, you have to think of several things. Now, number one, you have to lower your expectations in terms of how quickly everything's going to be moving, because there's only one. It's like I was telling people on our show on Monday, you got to think of it like an expressway at rush hour.
That's right.
And there's only so much room.
Right.
And think about it. In the first half hour of Monday, they traded a normal trading day's volume in the first half hour.
Right. Right.
And you just, we really preached on Monday's show about putting in limit orders instead of market orders, because look at some of the fills that were out in that market. Apple at 92, GE below 20.
That's right.
Some people sold those because they had stop orders or market orders that got hit. You got to be so careful, because markets are going to get wide when it's busy.
No
and you
doubt.
got to really pick your spot and put limit orders in, and you've got to understand that everything's going to take longer time and everything is going to be more difficult. It gets a little messy.
No, absolutely. And what you want to do, folks, is this. If and I can understand there's plenty of folks that haven't been in fast markets, okay? But what you want to do is that you want to watch that market, and you want to watch how they trade, because it's, like if you're actually even changing an order in a market like that, you absolutely don't want to change it on the open. What you have to do is that, let's say if it's stop loss in, and you want to bring the stop loss up, okay, or down. Bottom line is that you want to let it settle down a little, then put the change in, because when you put the change in, what you're going to see inside your platform is you're going to see it go in, you're going to see it working, and then okay, man, I'm in good shape. So I just wanted to bring it up because
absolutely.
I can tell you, man, your platform was phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal, man. There wasn't, and it's so funny. So check this out. This is a fact. What happened is that Bloomberg knows I keep complaining to them, and I was showing them. What happens, folks, is this. This is a sick scene. I've had a Bloomberg for 21 years, okay? And I'm not talking out of school. They know. They've been in my office, and I've showed them. I says, every single time, I can actually tell when the market, now, it was fast on Monday anyway, but even when it gets faster, let's say, I can tell about 30 seconds before it's going to get faster, because what happens on a Bloomberg, folks, is it slows down because all these pros are going in there putting orders, and they can't handle it. And it's wild, Kevin. It's like, oh my God, here it comes. You know what I mean? And I don't know which way it's going to come, but I know it's coming.
The computers aren't, and the computers, Tom, they're not helping.
No.
In this environment, because they're loading up the expressway as well, right?
Oh, big time.
How about this, Tom? I'll tell you a little story.
Yeah.
I was trading the open last night in grains at 7 o'clock Central Time.
I like it.
Right?
Yeah.
I took a screenshot because I filled a grain order at 659.59.9. I got a fill.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
A fraction before, and it was higher. It was a good price for me because I had a limit order in above.
Yep.
But it filled, a fraction of a second before the actual 7 o'clock time.
Oh, how cool is that? Yeah.
So I'm like, look, you're playing against supercomputers, so you got to be patient. You got to pick your spots. You got to put limit orders in, and you got to be ready for when it's crazy. Things are going to be all over the place, and you just got to lower your expectations and heighten your carefulness.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt.
Right.
So, needless to say, I'm sure everyone at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim had a heck of a week. And I guess, my take on it is this, when you get volatility like this, Kevin, it's just starting, I mean, it's not, you never see volatility come in and just dissipate,
The markets like this time is when you miss the pits.
Yeah,
because this is when you used to make some hay when the sun was shining on days like that.
Right. And what he's talking about, folks, and we've been talking about it here, the market that we had last week, you could be a bull or a bear and make money, because the 25-point swings in the S&P are unheard of, folks, okay? And you just get, you take doubles. You don't need everything. You just need basically, and I'm not advocating day trading either, folks, okay? Because that's a very tough deal. But if you're in that market, that's what you should be doing. You know what I mean? So what are we going to be talking about tomorrow?
We got a lot to go over. I'm gonna spend some time on Greeks.
Yeah. Cool.
And go over some fundamentals, and then I'm going to talk about something that I think is very important. The number one trading rule, a place where you make trading decisions on our platform should be the option statistics page.
Yep.
That's where you get a lot of your information, and you gotta really know how to read that so you're making the right decisions. Because some vols raised to some new historic levels.
Yes.
So it's making some of the readings a little skewed, where it may look like it's trading in the middle of the volatility range, but historically it's very high.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure everyone understands that. And then we'll talk about things like synthetics if we have time to get into it, and we'll talk about some trading the ebb and flow of the market, which is what we spent a lot of time on last week. Letting the market rally into your order and sell off into your order.
And folks,
things like that, real trading.
Real trading. And folks, October 14th to the 16th, come on out to Las Vegas. Kevin's going to be there. JJ, the whole crowd's going to be there.
We're hanging out with you then, right?
We're going to be there. It's the Paris Hotel. It's the Traders Expo, folks, October 14th to the 16th. Kevin, can't wait for the show tomorrow. Thanks so much, man.
Have a great day, buddy.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. We're coming right back, folks. Stay right there.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow down 114. S&Ps are off 26. And if you want to see a trip, folks, okay, we go take a look at Sprint. So Sprint's come off this bottom, and even in the 24th, okay, the bottom line on the 24th, Sprint went from a price point of 471 to 398 and then closed at 461. Sprint's off a bottom of 313. We pull this back a bit. We look at this, and what you're going to see, I'll put this on a monthly. First, I'll put it on a 5-year monthly. And what you're going to see is that you have swing point out here, the low of the swing is 781, the high is 11, which not a bad little setup. You hit a low last month of 310. You did 597 million. You've already done, well, we've done 888 million this month. Now, so what that sets up, you come into the 539 swing, we hit 529, you come in with volume. So what that sets up is that means it wants to more than likely run to the 760 area. What's intriguing about this is that when we take a look at this, this is, it looks to me, I believe they've already filed everything. But SoftBank, folks, had bought a huge position in this, but they're not stopping. It was just the filing yesterday that they bought another 16 million shares. They own 81.67% of Sprint right now. And it looks like, I would say that 16.7 million, yeah. I mean, I don't know how that rule works, but it looks to me like they very well could just buy everything in the open market. That'd be pretty cool. Check out how that works. Okay, so they already have control of the thing, right? You got to have control with the 81%. But let me put this back. And, well, I don't know what they bought the first one for, but the bottom line is it looks like Sprint is going to be owned by SoftBank. You know what's amazing, too, is that we've had Sprint forever. And cell phones, I think it's one of the best deals out there. And I can't understand why people don't get it. Because what they've never done for a long period of time is that you get a bunch of phones, and the amount of data they let you use is phenomenal. And it was always a one-cost price. So I'm not sure why, they basically haven't got the traction that, the other cell phone carriers have got. But bottom line is I expect that is going to not change, but they certainly have some big money behind them. We go take a look at Apple. So Apple out here, and Apple is coming out with their TV, all this other stuff coming September 9th. Bottom line, the way Apple's set up, it doesn't look like it's going to help it. Apple got to a price point today of $114.53. Couldn't hold that price. Closed at $112.76. $112.76 brings it under the highs of Friday, brings it under the highs of Thursday, brings it right into the beginning of the downdraft on the 21st. So I suspect tomorrow we're going to see is that you're going to see Apple start to go after the 111 to 110 area. Now, how we do that with Apple is going to be crucial, because bottom line is that when you take a look at this on the monthly basis, you came off the high with volume. Apple had been making highs on a monthly basis with 990 million shares. It came off that high with 1.6 billion shares. You come off the high with volume, it's problematic in a huge way, folks. Well, this is what it does. If you come off a high with high volume after you've already had low volume at highs on a monthly basis, the correction is much larger than a normal correction. That's how it's been laid out. If you take a look at, we can't even take a look at General Motors anymore, but when General Motors came off that high in 2001, bottom line is it went out of business. It's just amazing when you have those high volume spikes off of the highs. If we go take a look at the gold market, I expect you're going to see some nice action in gold this week, folks. The XAU, the HUI, they both rejected lower price out here today. They had lighter volume. The XAU is at 48.43. That baby wants to run to the 54.74. We'll see whether they get juice at that level. The HUI, we take a look at the HUI. Inside the HUI, that rejected 110 today. It's trading 115. Also had lighter volume. Setting up right now to go up to the 133 area. If we go take a look at a few of the equities, Anico Eagle, flat out here today. It was a dollar lower, rejected, lower price, had volume of 3.1 million versus 5.2. Now it's going to make the run for the high of 27.97. Now the retracement that Anico Eagle did and the rest of them did, the retracement was too much, I believe, for an ABC up because, yeah, it was because we did a 0.786. But bottom line is it's certainly not The retracement wasn't too much, that goes up and test them. Now, if you're a bull in the gold market and gold equities or silver equities, what you want to see is this. You don't want to see it make a run right to the swing high first. What you want is that you, like an eagle, would run up to like 27.85, goes sideways, starts building cause, then makes the run. The reason being is that if that's what it does, then it has a shot to do an ABC structure on the way up. If we go take a look at Rango Resources, did the same thing. They all did the same thing. The bottom line, they've been building some nice cars. Franco-Nevada, FNV. Now, Franco-Nevada we can look at in the context of where the gold contract is actually going. What Franco-Nevada did out here today is this. You did 1 million shares. You were coming into 1.6 million. You rejected lower price. You went to 42.19. You closed at 43.36. That's saying that now it wants to make that run into the 45.95 to 48 area. What I suspect, this is what you'd like to see. This is what I like to see. I'd like to see this run into like the 45.97 area. And what that is, that's the lows of the highs. You run into that. We run up into that, let's say, by Thursday, Friday. You go sideways. We go over the Labor Day weekend. Then you're looking, coming back into the Labor Day, after the Labor Day weekend with some velocity. It's going to be really tricky for investors coming into this weekend. The reason being is that we started on a down week. We started the week on a down day. We did 1.1 billion shares on the NYSE versus 1 billion on Friday. Now, that's not good start if you're a bull, folks, okay? Because this is a very slow week in the marketplace. The 1.1 billion on the way down is a lot. And the NASDAQ composite, we did 1.8 billion versus 1.9. So the composite was a little bit less. The SPYs, what the SPYs did 158 million versus 160 on Friday. So that's not a good situation inside that market either. The Qs did 39 million. That correlation, we did 49 million on Friday. So the Qs had a little less volume. My point is this. The way the market's set up right now, it looks to me like we want lower price tomorrow. You get lower price tomorrow with a slight velocity, slight expansion of volume, it's going to be a wicked week. It's going to be a wicked week because no one's around, and the sell-off continues. And over a 3-day weekend, you need to figure it out yourself. Do you want to be long over a 3-day weekend after a few weeks of down? I don't think so. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at tfnn.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go overseas, and we'll take a look at first the Hang Seng. So the Hang Seng last night, folks, basically a flat market. We were at 21,670. That baby is certainly under the first spike on the 8th of July, which is 836. That's 22,836. She does have that high volume spike that's still laying out there from the 25th and 24th. I suspect we're going to go after that baby, and more than likely we're going to go after it tonight. You see, what you're going to see is that the rest of the markets, Australia opens first, then you're going to have the Hang Seng, then you're going to have the Shanghai market open. Bottom line is that the way that our markets are kind of set up right now is that I suspect you're going to get a little weakness. I believe that China is also closed 2 days this week. We go over to the DAX. We look at the DAX in Germany. What the DAX in Germany did out here today is that you had a flat market. It was down 39, but realistically, that's a flat market. The DAX is at 10,259. Now, what the DAX did do is this. It got into the highs of the 25th, and it rejected them. So it's like the DAX could have a shot to basically get to higher price, and that would make a difference in our markets in the morning. Okay, so the DAX, if you're a bull, you want to keep your eye on that DAX in a huge way. We go take a look at our own markets, the way the S&Ps are set up. What we did do is this, is that as we come into the close, when we just starting the show out here, bottom line is that they whacked this right at the very end. The span today on the S&Ps were once again huge. You had a 28-point handle span, okay, and that's a monster, folks. That's 280 points. And in fact, don't forget, we do 10 hours of live program. Larry Pesavento is on from, our man John Logan kicks us off 8 o'clock in the morning, and Larry's on. Larry brought up an unbelievable point this morning. So check this out. Last week, we traveled 10,000 points when you look at up and down and the Dow Industrials. That's like insane. We're only at 16,528. We traveled 10,000 points. Amazing. Okay, now let's get back to our own S&Ps. Our own S&Ps are at 1965. These are the futures. 1964.75 was the highs of the 24th. So, as you're keeping your eye on the futures tonight, that's an important number, because if we are in, let's say, so Europe, Asia's opening up, I believe at 8:30, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. It'll take about 9:30, 10 o'clock. At 9:30, 10 o'clock, if we have our futures off $10, it's going to be a huge problem. The reason being is that the high of that low bar is 1964. You get into that bar by $10, I don't expect that we'll go down to the bottom of that, but what I do expect is that you could get into the 1943, which would be down another $23 tomorrow. Then, now into Tuesday, Wednesday, I suspect a little bit lower. Thursday and Friday, I suspect you'd get basically sideways markets. But it looks to me like game is on at this particular point. We had the fast counter trend bounce. Well, first off, you come down fast and furious. You have a fast counter trend bounce all the way up. Today, down $24, no big deal. You get $24 tomorrow. That's going to be a larger deal. That'll put some velocity into the market on Friday. Then what you have, you can bounce around, go sideways, even go up a little. And if you're a bull, you wouldn't want to be going up on Thursday and Friday. The reason being is that the volume would be light beyond belief. All that would be doing is setting up a larger ABC structure on the way down. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right here tomorrow morning. Go get them, folks.